Hey there everyone, welcome to this video. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me for a little update. And we're going to talk about my skincare routine today. In fact, I think we should rename this entire series to My Skincare Routine Has Been. Because for those of you who've been following me for some time, you'll know that I prefer to talk about my skincare regimen after the fact. And therefore I can give you guys a more comprehensive detail on all the products I like, which one I didn't like, especially for skincare, because you do need some time to really get a feel of how the products are working for you in the somewhat long run, shall we say. So all of these products we're going to talk about today, many of them I have already reviewed, so if I have done so, the link for them will be down below in the information bar below this video. If I haven't and you're interested, you're curious, leave me a comment and I'll try to accommodate that and either make a review or just get back to you with more details and information on what you are looking for. Do note that I have a lot of skincare products today right here in front of me because I prefer to have enough products to suit the mood of my skin. Just like, sometimes we have moods, right? We're people. Our skin has moods too. If we are having a really stressful week, sometimes my skin will go a little bit towards one way. If I'm having a better week, a more easygoing week, my skin will be more towards another way. So I prefer to have two sets of skincare products, especially when it comes to treatment and moisturization. Therefore, I can switch it up depending on the current condition weekly or even daily of my skin. And that's why we got so many things going on right here. But you know what? We're slowly creeping into spring and I'm so excited to start looking for my spring and summer skincare products. Now, I know the weather hasn't been good all the way around. Those of you guys who are living in Montreal and Toronto, further out east, New Brunswick, I feel for you. You've been telling me you're getting snow, hail, everything. It's still really cold out there. Hang on. Spring is coming. It is the end of March. We've got to get some spring weather very soon. So let's just jump right into some products. And oh, by the way, if you're hearing some ruckus behind the scenes, people are watching a nice noisy movie and that's them. They're enjoying their thing. We're going to enjoy ours. So first off, I'm going to talk to you guys about the Olay Long Wear and Waterproof Makeup Remover for the eyes especially. Now, this is a dual face product. Does it work? Yes. Do I love it as much as the previous makeup removers I've tried? Neutrogena, Bifacil, Neutrogena makeup remover, the Lancome Bifacil, as well as the Scenic. No, I don't. I don't think this works quite as efficiently. It takes a lot longer to dissolve my waterproof makeup, and I'm a girl who wears a lot of waterproof eye makeup in this area. So this one is something I tend to use for my more casual makeup days, no waterproof makeup. But in that case though, most people probably wouldn't gravitate towards something that says waterproof if it really only works efficiently for the non-waterproof makeup. So I'm not sure how that makes sense. This is not a fantastic product. It's an okay product. If you're wearing waterproof, it will take it off. It just takes a lot more elbow grease to get the job done. When it comes to taking off my face makeup, I'm either using a cleansing oil, whether it be a natural one or a store-bought blend. I've made a whole video on the natural version cleansing oil, so you guys can check that out, link in the description bar. But if I'm not using that for taking off my facial makeup, I am using the Olay Fresh Effects. Now this is a newer variation called the Exfoliating Wet Cloths, but the original one I very much like because it's very refreshing, hence the name. It takes off my makeup easily. Plus, there's no residue or greasiness, and it does not contain alcohol, and it does not irritate my skin. Nothing else I could ask for. I used to use the Neutrogena one a lot. I bought a whole big box over at Costco. I still do like that one, but that one is a little bit greasier in terms of the after feel compared to the original Olay Fresh Effects. So I have been using this as well. Now, when it comes to my facial cleansing, because you guys know I do double cleansing, I take off my makeup first, and then I will use a foaming cleanser to really cleanse my skin, not just take off my makeup, because that's done the first step. We really want to cleanse our skin after the makeup is gone, so you're really refreshed, and all of the products and the treatments you put on afterwards can very, efficiently penetrate into the layers of your skin, right? So this is what I have been using. Say hello again to my Clarisonic Mia. This is something you guys have seen so many times. In fact, if you remember the very first time I talked about my Mia on YouTube or just anywhere on my blog, leave me a comment because that means you have been watching my videos for so long. It's crazy because I've had this for more than 5 years now. It's still going strong. I've never had to repurchase the actual tool. I have repurchased the brush heads, of course. I have a big old review on the Clarisonic Mia and just anything really, you need to know about the Clarisonic system from someone who's used it long term. So I'll link that down below for you in the review description. So this one, I am still using my Mia pretty much every single day unless I forget to charge it, but my skin does feel a big difference. I know when it feels good when I'm using it, and I know when I'm not using it, and I should be. So love that thing. Then in terms of a cleanser, this is my holy grail favorite, and I think we should just in this video officially establish that this is my favorite foaming cleanser. Like, I've been holding off on that title because I feel like as soon as I dedicate something to be a favorite, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna fall out of love with it, and I'm scared to commit. I don't know, maybe to a skincare product. But this one is the Shiseido Perfect Whip Cleansing Foam. Now there are many different variants of the Perfect line, the oil, the gel, the milk, as well as the whip, which is the foam. But this is my favorite, absolute favorite for combination skin. It makes the most luxurious, fluffy, rich, dense lather you have ever seen. And this is comparable, if not beats out, any of the high-end facial cleansers I've used. It's just perfect. I think beyond this one, which by the way only rents you $10 to $12, let me say, the Lancome foaming cleanser is probably my second pick, but this one is so much, more inexpensive, right? You want to go for something cheap on your day-to-day basis. I think if you're just going to wash it down the drain, it doesn't necessarily have to be an expensive cleanser. So I think this one works great. It is an Asia exclusive, so you won't be able to find it in your Shiseido counters, but it is produced by Shiseido, sold exclusively in Asia or Japan is where it's made. You can find this online very easily through eBay, or if you go to your local Asian supermarket, many of them carry this line, especially this product, because it's so popular. So great stuff right here. Then let's talk about the moisturizing and the treatment and things like that. And again, I have two lines, so I just want to mention first off the one you've seen and heard so many times. We'll just breeze through this, which is the Laneige White Plus Renew. Right here I have all three products. The Skin Refiner, which is our version of a toner, gel-like consistency, lightly moisturizes and preps the skin for anything else. It's not an essential product in this whole line, but it's a nice one to have, and I do have it because I bought it as part of a set. Then my favorite thing in here, the Laneige Original Essence White Plus Renew. Now this is a treatment product. It doesn't come cheap, but it really works for my skin, and I notice a significant difference when I'm using it or when I'm straying and trying out something new and I go back to it. I notice a difference in my skin. It works well, it's gentle, gives me that, this whole line together I think gives me that real translucent skin. I know some people feel like if you're really pale or light skin to begin with, why do you use skin whitening or skin brightening products? Well, the reason being that I feel like light skin or pale skin marks and darkens very easily. If I get a blemish, like this big old one right here, as soon as it clears, it's going to leave a scar, and it's going to be a little bit of a dark mark. Certain areas like my forehead, especially during the summertime, just tans unevenly. So I find that using a skin brightening or skin whitening, whatever you want to call it, product in my regime is essential for me to keep my skin bright and translucent and keep it, light and pale and healthy, because I have no interest in tanning, to be honest, and I like my skin keeping it pale the way it is. Just make your skin the best that it can be in your current skin coloring, and that's what I'm trying to do. So that's why I have a lot of these products in my routine if you're ever curious on why I use them. Now, last thing in here is the White Plus Renew Emulsion, which is my current moisturizer. Pretty much day and night I use this. So the whole line altogether I think is fantastic. Now, I am thinking of trying out something new or just moving on to some different products come the spring and summertime, but this is definitely a set I would be happy to go back to anytime because I think it just works for me right now and gives me good results. So next then, let's talk about the Nuxe products I have. So this is my plan B. Plan A is the Laneige. If I'm not feeling like that this week or today or something like that, I will switch over to the Nuxe products. Or sometimes I'll add a bit of this into a bit of that, mix and match, right? Nobody's judging you. So here we have first off the Nuxe Dry Oil, which is such a fabulous multi-purpose, multi-functioning product. It's lovely, and a lot of people talk about this, and for good reason. I do have the limited edition or the special packaging. That's love from Paris. We all love a little bit of this on our vanity, I'm sure, and this is the 50 milliliter version. I'll tell you, if you're not using it for your body exclusively or liberally, if you're not using it for your hair liberally, you don't need the 100 ml, which comes in a spray pump, because it's so hard to control. And if you just want to add a drop or two to your moisturizer or anything that you're using, it's very hard to control with the spray. So get the 50 ml. Not only is it cheaper, but it's just easier to tote around and use overall. I use this in everything. Lots of times I mix this into my Laneige moisturizer for a little extra something something, or I put this into my oil cleanser. Just mix it in with other products. It adds extra moisture, hydration, nutrient, just makes my skin feel supple and good. Not to mention it smells delicious. It's a blend of natural oils, and I talk about it so much, so I'm just gonna put that down on the table for now. Two new products, which you've never seen before probably, in my routine anyways, is first, the Nuxe Anti-Fatigue Moisturizing Cream. This is 40 milliliters, and I have the normal to combination skin version. There is also a dry to very dry skin variation, I believe, in a similar packaging in the tube. Now, I did not really get interested in this, but because all these came together in a set, I thought, well, let's try it out, and maybe it will impress me. But I didn't have high expectations. However, this was pleasantly good. It's definitely not moisturizing enough if you have very dry skin, but of course there is a very dry skin version of this product. And I don't love it as much as the Nuxe 24-Hour Moisturizing Cream, which, by the way, why did they reformulate? Do you guys know that product, the 24-Hour Cream in the jar by Nuxe, they reformulated? They took it down to 50 mils from 60, kept the price, and then reformulated. I'm not very happy about that. I gotta look for something new now. But this one is quite a decent moisturizer. I find it's very soothing on the skin. If you have stressed skin, fatigue skin, sensitive skin, you want something soothing and calming, I think this is a great product, along with the Nuxe Dry Oil. Then we also have in here my eye cream, which you guys ask a lot. Do I use an eye cream? No, not all the time, but I do keep one or two around in case I feel like it. And this is the Nuxe Anti-Fatigue Moisturizing Eye Cream, very simply, 15 milliliters. Actually comes in a pump. Originally, I thought this was a stick, but apparently it is a pump mechanism, and you need a very small amount to go over your entire eye area. Very hydrating, not tacky, not sticky, not greasy, comfortable, and soothing and refreshing. I think those are probably the right adjectives to use to describe this eye cream. Doesn't offer any major under-eye correcting benefits, but I think it's a nice one to keep around. I will keep using it. Simple, gentle product from Nuxe, and I gotta say they are one of my favorite Western skincare lines next to Clairol. I haven't used too many other ones in terms of natural based products. If you guys have a good one, please recommend. I've been looking into Origins, seeing if I make the jump from Nuxe to Origins since they reformulated the 24-hour moisturizing cream. So let me know. Talk to me. What else should I say? Oh, I do want to quickly mention a set of product I had tried out for an entire month and have reviewed this also on my blog. This is the Olay Regenerous Luminous line. Now this is available in your local drugstore, and it is one of the newer releases for this year for Olay. Now, more or less, I don't get on too well with Olay products. My mother, my grandma used to, use Olay all the time, and it is a very kind of nostalgic brand and scent as well. But I've never really got on with Olay. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it's their ingredients. Maybe my skin's just very finicky. But I did decide to give this one a try because I was very interested in the, brightening properties. In short, does it work? Yes, but it does not contain the most skin-friendly ingredients. There is mineral oil, petroleum, certain things in here that might irritate your skin. The moisturizer makes a fabulous base for your makeup if you do have normal to combination or slightly oily skin. This is a very non-greasy moisturizer. It does give you that smooth base for your foundation. It's a great moisturizer slash primer. But for me, it was just too much silicone in here and it didn't sit well with my skin. And altogether, this line, I don't feel like gave me the translucent glow that I get from Laneige or a lot of the other Korean skincare ranges I've used before. However, I do want to give a shout out to the Olay Regenerous Luminous Dark Circle Correcting Hydra Swirl. This is an eye cream, and I think this is a great one for simple cosmetic brightening because it does contain some pearlized particles in here in terms of the cream, but it's very refreshing. It's a refreshing lightweight gel, very cooling without irritating my eyes, but significantly I have noticed a reduction in puffiness. I don't get a lot of darkness around my eyes, but definitely some puffiness, especially when I smile. And I notice a difference after a week or so of using this. So I would recommend this one. The rest of the line is really up to you. You guys can read my full review and decide whether or not you like that. So I think this really wraps up my skincare regimen for the fall and winter time. I'm so excited to start shopping for spring products. So if you guys have something good to recommend to me, do let me know down below in the comment section. I am so glad to just be able to sit down, open up the camcorder and just chat with you. Seems like it's been a while we've had just a simple one-on-one talk. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm working hard on something really special for you, and it's something I've been kind of looking forward to doing for a long time. So I'm gonna go back to doing that, and I'll talk to you guys very soon though. Do take care of yourselves and chat with you on Facebook, Twitter, or my blog. Take care. Bye bye.